On this episode of A Beer and a Bet, we catch up with Blake Spriggs, talk all things Mitch Beer Racing, we preview, we review, and of course the famous staking plan. And don't forget to comment in the YouTube section, the Gong, for your chance to win 2 tickets to the Gong and the Mitch Beer Marquee. Hello and welcome to A Beer and a Bet episode 14. This week we have a special guest. We couldn't flick Beery, we still got him, but we got Blake Spriggs in the car on the way to Coffs Harbour. G'day, Blake.
Good morning, or good afternoon now, isn't it?
Early start for you boys. Always feel like morning, Beery.
Have a look at him in the G-Wagon on the way to the races.
It's not a G-Wagon.
He's traveling big time, old Spriggsy.
What is that car? I saw it on Monday. It looks like a Lamborghini.
It's a Cooper. It's basically a VW wrapped up in a new badge.
Love that.
Don't see them down the Gong.
Blake, of course, you're back riding in New South Wales now. Nice transition back home. Been riding quite a few winners. How's that move been?
Yeah, it's been good. New South Wales is home. We sort of went up to Brisbane to give it a bit of a go. With a young family, sort of riding 3 days a week was a good opportunity to sort of spend a bit more time with the family. But the one thing we learned when we're up there is not having sort of extra family around to support us was a bit difficult. But coming back has been good. We've ridden a handful of winners already. Beery's been a good support so far, and hopefully we can continue that upward spiral and sort of get back to where I was sort of as an apprentice and not long after.
You've done well. There's only a couple of jockeys he actually likes, so you've done well to land on the list.
For now.
For now, yeah.
James,
I haven't been beaten on many yet, so we'll see.
James Innes Jr. rode one for us at Maru the other day, and I threw him the colours. And he said, "Oh, I'm off the bench." I said, "You're riding for us today." You're still in the white shorts. It's not a home game. You're in the white shorts, but no, he's all right, our man James. But no, I love jockeys.
Is that it?
Just a part of the game. It's a part of the game.
The silence was deafening. I wanted to see where he was going with it.
Yes, let him go. Let him go. Dig his own grave. Blake, good to have you down at Kembla Grange on Monday. Rode plenty of horses for us in the jump outs there. A couple that sort of stood out to you, in particular, maybe Alicia Roma, Brazil, and Fumiko. Give us your thoughts on Alicia Roma and how she went.
Yeah, she was very sharp. I was very pleased with her. She showed that she's back and in form with the way she sort of left the barriers, and she showed that she wanted to get on with the job, and is certainly going to be a horse that's hard to beat when she gets back to the races. Fumiko was actually a little bit bizarre because I'd ridden the horse really early days, or in its first couple of trials, and I had a big opinion of the horse, so it was exciting to get back on it and see how it's progressed. And I think that one's been a really good buy because I know the horse has ability. I think that it'll really appreciate getting back to the New South Wales style of racing. And I'm sure that, under Beery's training, it shouldn't take long for it to hit its straps and get back to doing what we know it can do. Brazil, he's a lovely horse. Obviously he's been well looked after since joining the stable because he seems to have really thrived from being down at Kembla, and in his jump out he really impressed me. He feels like he's still working to get to his best form, but I think he's well and truly on track. And when he gets to the races, I know he's had a little bit of bad luck at times. I think when he gets that bit of luck, it won't take him long to get into the winner's stall.
Guys?
Good morning. Yeah, it's a good morning down there. I mean, really appreciate you coming down. You did a much better job than Gano. He was here about 12 minutes. He took my last 2 cans of Pepsi Max out of the fridge and left. So I certainly appreciated having you here a lot more than him. But we can forgive Gano because he did find Alicia Roma and Fumiko pretty cheap. And I thought for a $13,000 horse and a $20,000 horse, that would probably a very good chance of getting that back with him. And a couple of sneaky ones later on. I thought Butterfly Style was all right. Little Maiden in Her soon. So it's nice for you to come down, jump them out, form your own opinion instead of me just getting to the races all the time and telling you them that they can all win. At least you've had a bit of a spin around on them, and it's good. And that's what we love. We love, sort of having someone in the camp that can, ride them all and be a big part of it. And as you said, even without unleashing any superstars over the next month, there's going to be plenty of winners come out of that lot of jump outs.
Blake, you're heading out to. Sorry, Blake.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to agree. I mean, it's a stable is going particularly well when you get on multiple horses on the morning and they all step out looking well and they perform as good as they can. And I mean, you don't need me to tell you, it was all on tape there that every horse jumped out well and performed well. So it's a good sign of a happy stable and a stable that things are really working well with, and the results are sort of backing that up. So I've got no doubt over the next sort of months as those horses hit the track, there's going to be a good handful of winners amongst them.
Speaking of winners, you're heading up to Coffs Harbour today. It'll probably be a bit late for our listeners, but we are famous for tipping one midstream or mid-recording. This horse that you're on today, any chance?
Yeah, look, I don't usually go this far for one ride, which is probably a little bit of a push, but I'm also very loyal. And the owners and the trainer have been pretty loyal to me, so they requested I come up and stick with him after winning on him last start in Dubai Flyer. And he's a horse that goes forward. He makes his own luck. He didn't win by a big margin last time, but he felt like he was always going to win. But he's just one of those horses that gets to the front and just sort of waits for them to catch up to him. He doesn't pull up, but he won't extend away from them. Probably the only thing today is that he steps up to an 82, so he's running against a couple of really seasoned horses. He does get 55 kilos to make up for that. But if he can go forward and get a nice time up near the front, I know he's going to sort of, if he goes down, he's going to go down fighting, but if he wins, it won't be by a big space, but he's certainly a chance, and hopefully we can get the best out of him.
Well, don't you getting too far back on him like you did on Shalouk the other day, mate. I don't want to have to call you the things that I called you until the 200, because I like you, but I don't want to have to do that again. There wasn't much words I had left till the 200 Newcastle, and then you were heroes, and that's how the game goes. But mate, don't go doing that to trainers. You freak them out.
You might learn it's an emotional roller coaster.
We don't know how well they're traveling. Don't do that to us.
If there was ever a reason for jockeys not to have earpieces, it was probably my ride on Shalouk.
Yeah.
Because it probably would have seen me taking off 3 wide at the 700 just to go around it.
Yeah. What a laugh.
Sometimes when things go absolute tits up, and you're riding for a trainer and you just have no luck on something that can win, or there must be this feeling when you go past a line that you just don't want to pull up. You could just keep going forever and just never, ever turn around.
Yeah, it's it's a horrible feeling straight away. You sort of get that straight into your mind. You're like, boom, oh shit, we're in an average spot, not where we want to be. But you got to push it out really quickly and look for a plan B and sort of assess the race and say, okay, we're further back, but is the speed on? Speed's quicker than we thought, so that's a positive. And then start to look for the right horses to take you into the race so that it can really turn out a positive. But when you hit the post and it works, it's great. If it hasn't worked, it doesn't matter if everything's been in your favour. You're going to cop the blame. So
what about when you come back? I reckon worse than a spray is when you come back and the trainer's just not there. I've done that a few times where I've just gone straight to the float car park. I've thought, nah, I don't need to speak. They've got nothing to say.
Like the footy trainer that just doesn't come in at half time, just goes, nah.
Yeah, mate,
sort yourselves out in the sheds, fellas.
Yeah, there's nothing I can say. Just straight to the passenger seat of the car and wait for the strapper to bring it out. And you just text them, get the colours.
What's the worst spray you've ever copped, Blake? Who's giving you the biggest bathing?
Oh, geez, it's
to date.
Yeah, there's one coming.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm waiting for that one. But look, there's been a couple. Probably John O'Shea gives the best. I think he's pretty common amongst jockeys in terms of giving a bake. But I mean, in all honesty, I'm happy to cop it, because if I've genuinely made a mistake, I'm dirtier on myself, which I think a lot of sportsmen are. If you talk to footy players or whatever, that they make a mistake, it's really difficult one to cop. And even days where I've ridden a couple of winners or I had a good day, but there's one race where I thought I made a mistake and could have won. That's the one I'm driving home thinking of, because the connections have put a lot of money into getting to that point, and it's really frustrating. So I mean, trainers are under a lot of pressure too. They've sort of got that point of view where that owners have paid a lot of money and invested a lot of time in getting to the horses to that point as well. So they want everything to go correct, and it's the first point in time where they hand over control of the horse to someone else and they have no control over what's going to happen next. So when it does go wrong, it is. I can understand from the other side of the fence. It's very difficult. But for me, I do take it to heart in terms of my own performance. But I certainly don't blame trainers if they do blow up.
Yeah, I love it. Good attitude to have.
You're going well, mate. You got plenty of brownie points at the moment. So even you can really afford to butcher one or two at the moment. So
let's not encourage it.
No.
We know it's coming. We know it's coming.
Yeah, we all hit bad shots. Hey, Wyong, Beery, Sunrise potentially heading up there. Blake booked, and Hawkesbury Cream Rises. Your thoughts on both those runners?
Drew 13 at Wagga, so I accepted at Wyong and it drew 13. So something's telling me not to run it this week. So she'll rest up. Blake just pockets the cash for watching that one go round. And Cream Rises, I reckon he'll run out of his skin. He hasn't been trying very hard. He spent the last 2.5 weeks at the beach, just tipped everything on his head. And I thought he's worked out the morning's been terrific. So he's got more than enough ability, but he's just a bit of an old gelding going through the motions. Drawn well. And yeah, I think he'll run really well. I think change of environment's been terrific for him.
Super. Blake, thank you so much for joining us on A Beer and a Bet, episode 14. We'll let you go ride a winner up at Coffs Harbour. Safe travels. And hopefully we see you in the winner's circle on Saturday at Hawkesbury.
No worries, boys. Thanks for having me. And I'm looking forward to our next run of winners.
Thanks to Blake Spriggs jumping on there on his way to Coffs Harbour. Tell you what, Barry, it's good to have a young, intelligent man, riding for the stable. Not that, that's no knock on anyone else that does, but he's got his head screwed on, and it was really good to hear from Blake.
Yeah, well, we were sort of chatting about it the other day, Gano. We had like a third or fourth emergency get a run the other day, and or not the other day, a few months ago, and I had 2 missed calls from Blake Spriggs, and I rang him up, mate, your emergency, can I ride it? And I'm like, I'm not going to run it, but, geez, you're on the ball, And then I thought that was really impressive, and zipper list and wrote it terrific, and followed up where it was going, and just all of a sudden he became our go-to man very quickly. Even the horses that he isn't winning on, he's riding terrific, and his reports back to owners and the feedback from owners that we've been getting has been unreal. So, he jumped at the opportunity. He drove 3.5 hours to come to the jump outs the other morning. And, I got a lot out of him jumping those horses out where he thinks they should be going and where he thinks they're up to. So, I love having someone in the camp and being part of the team, and he's ticking that box for sure.
Yep, good young fella going places, and it's good to have him down there helping us out. So let's have a little chat about some recent winners. Apollo Mission, wowee, how good is he going? Ran a new career peak. The owners would have seen those figures come through, the reports coming through. He's going enormous, heading towards a 4 pillars, I believe.
Oh, mate, he's heading towards everything. You name it, he's going there. 4 pillars would be awesome for him. Benchmark 68, worth $500,000. God bless PBL. We've sent him down the beach. He'll just have a couple of weeks there to tick over. I wish the race was in 2 or 3 weeks. We've just got to stall time a little bit, but they went slow. And he's won, and the things that ran 1, 2 have run second, third, and he's just brained them. So another great ride. Ride helped win, although I reckon I could nearly have won on him on Saturday, but Rory didn't panic. He ended up further back, and for a horse that got beat 3 times at Narandra, to say he's a changed horse since he's come to Kembla is a big understatement.
Yep, and full credit to you and the team at Kembla, mate. Like that's to get a horse that was going around those places to now be more likely lining up in a Four Pillars and would be probably winning the next midway that went around is awesome. So really well done there. A couple of horses that were probably a little luckless, Artful Persuasion and Suspect. Where to next for them?
There's a 64 1100 midway at Hawkesbury for Artful. There's a few different options for him. 11, 12, yeah, anywhere around that's good for him. I think he's learning still, but he's going to be a really nice horse in the future, especially probably when we get him out to 7 furlongs. Suspect, he'll go to a Class 1 1400 here Saturday week, the day after our golf day, so there's going to be more pressure to try to win it than ever, with a large crew of hungover Mitch Beer Racing owners that
There'll
have
be pressure on the local chemist.
They've lost some cash. Yeah, they've lost some cash at golf when we clean them up. So they'll be chasing hard from race 1 here. But we'll have a nice team here at Kembla Saturday week on the 14th, and that's what we're trying to do. We're really trying to target these local meetings more and do a bit less traveling. And we had 5 runners at Kembla with a different degree of odds and ability, and there's only we ran first, second, third, fourth, and only missed running top 4 with 1 horse. So prize money's great here. It's their home track, and we really want to run them here as much as possible.
Yep, and a horse that we love to see go around. She's back, heads to the midway on Saturday, race 1, 11:50 a.m. That'll have you up nice and early there on a really big day of racing. November Falls, good to see her going around again. She's been at the beach for a while.
Yeah, she's really freshened up well. Sprinkle of rain around Saturday morning. You and I had conflicting weather apps. There is a bit of rain kicking around, and as I said, it wouldn't be Randwick on a Saturday without a sprinkle. So she's freshened up well, drawn well. Tyler Schiller, everything's great. I think she'll run enormous. She probably, I just need, if she had that 5 or 6, just that little bit of sting out of the ground, my confidence would be really high.
You never know. A couple of trainers suggesting the track's a little dry. They might put a bit of extra water on this week. It'll be in our favour if they can do that. Looking forward
a bigger trainer than me needs to be loading that gun.
Very good.
They don't water them for the midway, Gano. They don't water them for the midway.
Lucky it's the first. Hey, I'll tell you what, horse of the month, Steph Grantel, she's got a great idea. She said we should have a horse of the month for the stable and a horse of the year. And I thought, gee whiz, Steph, one of your better ideas.
What are we giving away now? 10 grand?
$100,000.
Love giving away prizes, you two. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's like this. What can we give away this week? You may as well throw in, the couch and the spare work you. Yeah. Every week we're giving something away.
There's a fair chance we might give away the Colorado. That'd be good. But why don't we kick off horse of the month? I'll let you announce it. It's a pretty clear winner who the horse of the month's going to be, and then I'll talk to you more about what we're going to do and put some potential prizes.
Yeah, 2 provincial wins. Apollo Mission. He's a no-brainer. He's a big chance. He's probably $1.40 to win horse of the month next month as well, the way he's going. So, an easy pick.
Beautiful. Horse of the month. So what we'll do for horse of the month is that we will put the horse in the draw for horse of the year. And Steph's working hard behind the scenes to get some great prizes together for all the owners of
awards night.
The year. We might even have an awards night.
Why not? Make it free.
Free. Just
do it at the casino. Yeah, just give away some more shit.
We'll get Tommy Steinford up. He can host it at $45,000. What other famous people do we know? And just charge us a fortune. Hey, I'll tell you what, the Gong Day is coming, and what we need you to do is we need you to put some comments in the section, because we're also going to give away 2 tickets to the Gong Day. They're valued at $250 each. All you need to comment is the Gong and give us a reason why you want to turn up. Why you want to be there? What's on the day?
Just turn up. Everyone else is getting in for free.
DJ,
it's going to be massive. We've got a 200-person double-decker sort of ownership type bar with a garden, DJ, big screen, some celebrities there. I'll be there. Gano will be there. Some other celebrities will be there. Nah, there's a bit of a crew going. Two units boys have just told me they're in. They've taken RDOs. Yeah, they're in. That's a big
Wow.
call.
Yeah,
but
the
they're
boys.
committed.
Footy will be on the
so,
decks.
yeah.
Salts will be on the dance floor.
I tell you what, Nick Foot does rate himself as a bit of a DJ, so I reckon we could almost just put him under a bit of pressure, give him a live DJ spot. DJ Foot on the decks. He told me he DJ'd at an after party for his friend's wedding in New Zealand once, but it was the greatest load of shit story I've ever heard.
That'll do me. That'll do me. Well, if you got any requests, any songs you want Footy to mix, send them through. Could be a bit of Queen, could be a Beatles, maybe some Fleetwood Mac, perhaps.
Sandstorm.
Yeah,
mate, we're not all 100.
No, all the bands that you don't like. Sorry.
Speak for your own demographic, mate. We want some bangers. The kids want to hear the bangers.
Bit of Darude. knowing you and Footy, if we left it up to you, just mix Cranby Zombie into Dreams and we'd all fall asleep. So,
hey, I've got a question.
Yeah.
What poor horse are you going to stop this week? Because if you
can't be
one
serious.
more, didn't you think it was a sick beat last week?
Yeah, but we backed it each way, 25 each way. I paid like $4 to place. And then we had the other 50 on Briasa in the last. We've filled up again. The gap between you and I is enormous.
I tell you what is sickening.
Yeah.
We had five runners at Kembla on Saturday. Four of my staff are like, oh, text Gano, see what he likes. Not like to me, oh, what do you reckon can win today? What's been working well? Oh, text Gano.
Well,
good about Gano.
Good to say they have their heads screwed on.
There's absolutely no faith. And then things are, oh, yeah, Gano like that. Oh, yeah, Gano text me about that. I think he's God. Sickening.
Sickening stuff. Good to hear. I'm going to go to Randwick, race 2, number 5, Martini Mama for J-Mac, your man. I think he'll get the job done here on this horse. Should be too fast.
The grey.
All
Matty
$100.
Dales. I know that one.
Yes, Matty Dale trains. What do you got for us? How are you going to spend your 100?
Good trainer. I have $5.
You're going to have to speak up because it's not quite coming through.
Oh, really? No good.
We're good now.
I'm going to have 25 each way on Cream Rises because I think it can bounce back. And I'm going to have 50 on Well Timed in the last. I'm going to stick solid with him. He's drawn wide, but we love Kez and we love Well Timed, and that'll be me.
Love that. I don't want to stop it, so I'll just cheer. Hey, that's been another episode of A Beer and a Bet. Any updates? Anything else you got for us, Beery? Where are you at the moment?
I'm in my room because somebody brought this podcast forward an hour with about 3 minutes notice, and I was just having my little afternoon nap because some of us do get up at 10 to 3, Gano. So I've just scrambled for the iPad. I threw on one of these hats that someone was giving away at a golf club the other day.
Free hats.
And I'm here and I've pushed through. There's been no beer, but we've had Blake Spriggs, so that's a good replacement.
Something. Love it. Well,
someone lurking in the background there, Gano. There's a ghost.
That's the cleaner. Yep. Thanks.
Someone's bolting. Righto.
Thanks for that. Episode 14 of A Beer and a Bet. Until next week. Bye for now.